everyone, to the Apoco-Larry podcast. I'm Steve. He is.
Reverend Van Beek.
Oh,
Yeah.
like a middle of the road type greeting.
Well, you should revere me. That's.
Oh, right. right. Sorry.
No one else should, but
I forgot
maybe.
my role here tonight. Like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Crying out loud, man. My friend, we're going to take a look at 2 Samuel 13. Anything you want to do to preview it?
Yeah. This is one where I'm not sure what's happening now. Whether this is the outcome of the words, "The sword shall never leave your house," or if this is just what happens. It's interesting that this author brings up some of the stuff in David's life, where the author of Chronicles doesn't. He leaves all of this stuff out. But this author brings it in. So we're going to look at some of the issues David has with his kids. And you'll notice while we're doing this, David has a lot of kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's Elon Muskish when it comes to I didn't know Elon had a lot of kids, but I just heard somewhere that he had like 14.
He does. He has lots.
Yeah.
Well, hey, a nice tie-in to a current day event. Well done, sir.
Yeah. Well, all the kings
of
this world. And none of the kings are bright.
Yeah, no, that's money is not a gauge of intelligence. Because if so, you would be a multi-billionaire, my friend.
Oh yeah. That's right. Or I'm a putz.
Don't go there. Don't go there. You're fine, my friend. Okay, 2 Samuel 13, starting at verse 1, of course. In the course of time, Amnon, son of David, fell in love with Tamar, the beautiful sister of Absalom, son of David. Note how they were both son of David.
That's right. Two of his sons that were from different mothers, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So literally the brother of another mother.
Yep. Yeah, I'm the brother from another mother. It was quite true in David's time.
That's right. Actually, common almost among kings. So, okay.
Not common among peasants.
No.
Peasants generally could only had a wife and could not keep her.
That was Jack Sprat, actually.
That was Jack Sprat.
Or was it Jack Black? It was Jack Black.
No, it was Jack. It was kept her in a pumpkin shell. Let me see.
Anyway, Amnon became so obsessed with his sister Tamar that he made himself ill. She was a virgin, and it seemed impossible for him to do anything to her. Now, Amnon had an advisor named Jonadab. Is that right? Jonadab?
Yep.
Son of Shimeah, which is important to know who his father was. Anyway, I'm joking. David's brother. Jonadab was a very shrewd man. He asked Amnon, why do you, the king's son, look so haggard morning after morning? Won't you tell me? Amnon said to him, I'm in love with Tamar, my brother Absalom's sister. Which wouldn't it be his sister then too? Anyway.
His cousin. How does that work then? No. He's actually a cousin of Jonadab. Because that's David's brother's son. So that's David's nephew and Ammon's cousin. But yes, it would still be his sister, stepsister, I guess.
Okay.
Right?
Okay, so hey, Jonadab has a great plan. Go to bed and pretend to be ill, Jonadab said. When your father comes to see you, say to him, I would like my sister Tamar to come and give me something to eat. Let her prepare the food in my sight so I may watch her and then eat it from her hand.
Yeah, weird, eh? Like this, eat it from her hand. Every time they say it a couple of times, and every time it kind of creeps me out.
Yeah.
When he says it, it's such a weird plot.
Yeah.
To bring her in, and Jonadab's a jerk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people later on say a busybody, stirring up the pot kind of guy, but he's a jerk.
Yeah, he's just a jerk. That's all.
Yeah, and really a really bad guy.
Yeah, like evil.
Yeah.
So Amnon lay down and pretended to be ill. When the king came to see him, Amnon said, I would like my sister Tamar to come and make some special bread in my sight so I may eat it from her hand. David sent word to Tamar at the palace, go to the house of your brother Amnon and prepare some food for him. So Tamar went to the house of her brother Amnon, who was lying down. She took some dough, kneaded it, and made bread in his sight and baked it. She took the pan and served him the bread, but he refused to eat.
Okay, now just stop for a second,
You
because
betcha.
David's a bit of an idiot in this story too.
Yes, yes.
Like that he doesn't clue in at all about this is kind of weird.
Yeah,
But then the kings weren't that like they might he loved his son Absalom. You'll find that out later.
yeah,
And though he cared about his kids, or some of them, they were raised by maids and servants,
yeah.
and they probably had very little to do with them.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Send everyone out of here, Amnon said. So everyone left him. Then Ammar said to Tamar, bring the food here into my bedroom so I may eat it from your hand. And Tamar took the bread she had prepared and brought it to her brother Ammon in his bedroom. But when she took it to him to eat, he grabbed her and said, come to bed with me, my sister. No, my brother, she said to him, don't force me to do such a thing should not be done in Israel. Don't do this wicked thing. What about me? Where could I get rid of my disgrace? And what about you? You would be like one of the wicked fools in Israel. Please speak to the king. He will not keep me from being married to you. But he
Look at what
refused.
she's willing to do.
Yeah,
She's willing to allow herself to be married to this idiot,
yeah,
just to protect her honor.
yeah,
Crazy.
yeah. Oof. Well, shame-based culture, right? So yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Yep. But he refused to listen to her, and since he was stronger than he raped her. Then Ammon hated her with intense hatred. In fact, he hated her more than he loved her. Ammon said to her, get up and get out. No, she
Yeah.
said, go ahead.
Yeah. I know. I got nothing to say about that. I don't know. I'm not a psychologist, so I would ask you about the flip in the feelings.
Apparently, this is a common thing because they talk about it among abusers, that there's both attraction and disgust.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. Thank you for that part.
yeah. No, she said to him, sending me away would be a greater wrong than what you've already done to me, which is, again, like you said, puts it on a level of what? But it's cultural. So,
Yeah. Very strong culture
yeah.
stuff.
But he refused to listen to her. He called his personal servant and said, get this woman out of my sight and bolt the door after her. So his servant put her out and bolted the door after her. She was wearing an ornate robe, for this was the kind of garment the virgin daughters of the king wore. Tamar put ashes on her head and tore the ornate robe she was wearing. She put her hands on her head and went away, weeping as loudly as she went. Her brother Absalom said to her, has that Ammon, your brother, been with you? Be quiet for now, my sister. He is your brother. Do not take this thing to heart. And Tamar lived in her brother's Absalom's house, a desolate woman.
Yeah, and you don't know how long a period this is, but she goes and stays with her brother. Right?
Yeah. When King David heard all this, he was furious. Absalom never said a word to Ammon, either good nor bad. He hated Ammon because he had disgraced his sister Tamar.
Yeah, and this is the place where I really like Ammon.
Yeah.
Absolutely, not Ammon. I do not like Ammon.
Yeah.
Nobody likes Ammon.
No one likes Ammon. But
Ammon
like
went down in history as the idiot that he is.
Yeah. But I guess that's the thing, right? It must be that Absalom and Tamar are from the same mother.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Now I'm with you. I figured this all out. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So verse 23 now. 2 years later, when Absalom's sheep shearers, that's almost as hard as to say some Hebrew words, were at Baal Hazor near the border of Ephraim, he invited all the king's sons to come there. Absalom went to the king and said, your servant has had the shearers come. Will the king and his attendants please join me? No, my son, the king replied. All of us should not go. We would only be a burden to you. Though Absalom urged him, he still refused to go, but gave him his blessing. Then Absalom said, if not, please let my brother Ammon come to us. The king asked him, why should he go with you? But Absalom urged him, so he sent with him Ammon and the rest of the king's sons. Absalom ordered his men.
It's a weird thing because you don't know. What if David had said, "Sure, I'll come along"? I don't know how he could have pulled this thing off.
Maybe he just went, well, time to go with plan B. I'll do it another time. But
okay, maybe that's it. But it worked out in his favor. Ammon comes.
Yeah. Absalom ordered his men, listen, when Ammon is in high spirits from drinking wine, and I say to you, strike Ammon down, then kill him. Do not be afraid. Haven't I given you this order? Be strong and brave. So Absalom's men did to Ammon what Absalom had ordered. Then all the king's sons got up, mounted their mules, and fled.
Yeah.
Like they
Yeah.
could have took something slightly faster, but mule, yeah.
Mules are actually fairly sure-footed and quick animals.
Sure, yeah.
They just don't get a good reputation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
While
So
they were,
everybody knows that a mule is when you mate a donkey with a horse, and that's how you get a mule.
yeah,
And mules cannot then create other mules. They're always sterile.
yeah. I
Yeah.
get you. I get you.
Yeah. But anyway, this is where you find out that he had quite a few sons, right?
Yep.
And probably a lot of daughters too. But these sons, all as soon as they kill Amnon, the rest of them are thinking, "Oh man, he's going to kill all of us.
Yeah.
He's making a bid for the throne."
Yes. Yes. Good point.
That which would be completely common in the day as well.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. While they were on their way, the report came to David. Absalom has struck down all the king's sons. Not one of them is left. The king stood up and tore his clothes and lay down on the ground, and all of his attendants stood by with their clothes torn. But Jonadab, son of Shimeah,
The tailors do a good business in
yeah,
David's
that's
house.
right. What are they giving a paper at like a biblical conference?
Yeah.
Boy, folks, that's a long backstory to that comment, so I'm sorry. Anyway, but Jonadab, son of Shimeah, David's brother, said, "My lord should not think they killed all the princes. Only Ammon is dead. This has been Absalom's expressed intention ever since the day Ammon raped his sister Tamar. My lord, the king, should not be concerned about the report that all the king's sons are dead. Only Ammon is dead."
See, isn't that a weird thing? Like this like somebody should take this guy out.
Yeah.
Like Jonadab, he should be taken out as well.
Yeah.
And how he knew all of this, maybe he was there. I'm not sure, but I don't know how he knew all of this.
Yeah.
But he did. He did.
Verse 34. Meanwhile, Absalom had fled. Now the man standing watch looked up and saw many people on the road west of him coming down the side of the hill. The watchman went and told the king, "I see men in the direction of Horium or Honorarium, something like that, on the side of the hill." Jonadab said to the king, "See, the king's sons have come. It has happened just as your servant said." As he finished speaking, the king's sons came in, wailing loudly. The king, too, and all of his attendants wept bitterly. Absalom fled, I should say, and went to Talmai, son of Ammihud, the king of Geshur. But David mourned many days for his son.
Yeah. Now the king of Geshur, that they were the Arameans, so what we later called Syrians. Remember?
Okay.
And so that's where Absalom has fled to.
Okay. After Absalom fled and went to Geshur, he stayed there for 3 years, and King David longed to go to Absalom, for he was consoled. He was consoled concerning Ammon's death.
Yeah, basically, he was okay with Ammon's death. And he really appears to have loved Absalom. And what Absalom did here was completely, well, in his day, was completely appropriate, right?
Right.
He took vengeance for his sister. And now he's taken off. I don't know where his sister probably stayed in whatever was left of his house there, because David would have protected that as well. So now Absalom has left, and Ammon got what he deserved, in my opinion.
Yep.
And so now this is part of the breakdown of David's house, and this continues. This Absalom thing continues into the next chapter.
Right. But it kind of, like you said, it just shows that, yes, the kingdom is kind of breaking down in some ways, but it sets the table for Solomon, doesn't it, in lots of ways?
It that's still coming quite a ways off. But yeah. It also shows that Solomon, once Solomon gets chosen, he just doesn't get the kingdom. I mean, he's got all of these other family members that he has to deal with. Like there are others that want the kingdom as well. Just like when David was given the kingdom, he didn't just get it. He had to. It was, in his case, it was promised by God.
Right.
You know. but he still had to do a whole political military thing to get it.
Yeah.
But now his house is falling apart, and maybe this is the answer from the last chapter when David sinned with Bathsheba, and God said, "The sword's not going to leave your house."
Mm, mm,
And
mm.
maybe this is part of that, or
Yeah.
maybe this is just life in the kingdom.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not sure which.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you for this, my friend.
Yeah.
Folks, like a brutal story in lots of ways, but like Larry says, this is God working out the sin of David, and because of that sin, there's going to be ramifications. People other than David are even going to have to pay for that sin, and here it is. Folks, as always, we love doing this for you. Enjoy just working through God's word and having you listen. It's very encouraging to us. Until next time, I was Steve, he was Larry, and this was the Apoco-Larry podcast.